Imagine spending 4 years in college, graduating with debt, just to realize that the jobs that you studied for no longer exist. Well, a lot of graduates, including myself, are walking that stage, getting their degrees, and then realizing that there are no jobs waiting for them. Which is what led me to making today's video, where we're going to discuss what's really going on and provide some solutions to actually help you if you're in this situation. Let's get into it.
The unemployment rate for new college grads has recently surged, and some economists say businesses are now replacing entry-level jobs with artificial. Here's CBS's Ali Bauman.
Front gate, front gate.
22-year-old Michael Macaluso just earned his degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Connecticut. But this summer, he's back helping manage his hometown pool. He hasn't found a job in his field despite applying for nearly 200 positions.
Did you have any expectations about what the job market would be like when you graduated?
I was told by a lot of people that I was going to get a job right out of college, and then all of a sudden, there's no jobs.
New research finds now, for the first time ever, the unemployment rate among recent college graduates has exceeded the national unemployment rate, ballooning to 6.6% over the past 12 months. Oxford Economics' Matthew Martin.
This kind of goes against what you would expect. Those with higher educational attainment usually have better employment prospects than those with less educational attainment.
Martin's team believes companies are eliminating formative entry-level jobs, the work handed over to artificial intelligence. Tech companies are leading the way.
AI is permeating every aspect of our lives.
Nariman Farvardin, the president of Stevens Institute of Technology, says his school has been preparing for the AI revolution for the last 10 years. He expects disruption throughout the workforce will be bigger than the disturbance brought on by the introduction of the internet, and it could last up to 15 years.
I think AI has the potential to either augment or maybe totally replace jobs that are physically or cognitively repetitive. These jobs are not only done by entry people. There are certain people who do repetitive things for all of their life. Those jobs are in jeopardy.
Kaylee Totlin just graduated from Stevens with her computer science degree. She did an internship with Verizon as a sophomore, and the company has now hired her.
I think something that's important with entry-level jobs is the networking and the opportunities that you make from it.
Farvardin says his message to students today is the same as it always has been: get an education that will last a lifetime.
We don't try to teach our students skills. We try to teach students a way to learn on their own for the rest of their lives.
He says workers who innovate alongside AI won't get left behind. Ali Bauman, CBS News, Eastchester, New York.
As we can see, this isn't just one graduate story, but it's becoming a nationwide problem. New graduates, people mid-career, folks even close to retirement are feeling the pressure of the jobs leaving the job market. Entry-level jobs, the ones that were supposed to be our stepping stones, are disappearing. Whether that's a result of AI taking over those tasks that we do over and over again, or that's companies sending jobs overseas because it's cheaper. And the truth is, AI isn't going anywhere. So instead of only seeing it as a threat, we should be learning how to work alongside it. Use it to make your job easier. Use it to make some of your daily tasks easier. We're living in a community and a society where having 3, 4, 5 streams of income is necessary to be in a good position. So while you're working to get the job that you want in the career field that you went to school for, be building your own business. Be making some digital or e-products to help subsidize your living so you don't feel like you're just stationary and not making any progress while you're working on things on the back end that may not be moving as quickly as you want them to be. And with creating things of your own, that comes with learning new skills outside of the degree that you have or the one that you're working to obtain. And start treating those side hustles as real life learning opportunities, because those are becoming our new entry-level jobs. Going to school, graduating, then having a company have an entry-level position for you to go work for and build your career that way is becoming less and less. And one thing that hasn't changed is that opportunities come from people. Become a student of networking, conversation, and communication, because relationships will get you further than a resume ever will. And take it from me, as someone who didn't do this. I went to school every day. I kept my head down. I didn't talk to anybody, did what I needed to do, and came back home. I didn't network. I didn't communicate with anyone. I didn't join any clubs to become acclimated with who was going to my school. And when I graduated, was applying for jobs, that came back to bite me in the butt, because people who were not as qualified as I was were getting opportunities because of who they knew and not what they knew to do. So yes, the entry-level job market is shifting, but that doesn't mean that there isn't any path forward. It just means we have to adapt and start creating new opportunities and building new paths for ourselves. And here's the thing, the sooner you adapt, the sooner you get back on track towards stability. Whether that's financial independence, saving for your future self as far as retirement or a future family that you may be planning, or if that's even just leaving your parents' house and moving out on your own, whether that's renting or buying a home. Either way, getting started in your career or building something of your own is the stepping stone to get you to where you need to be to hit those other milestones that'll later come down the line. Make sense? I hope so. Let's move on.
So 60% of last year's college graduates have still not landed an entry-level role. And I get a lot of flack for this, but I graduated in 2008, and it was hard to graduate at that time and find a job. But what you could do, at least at the time, was find a job, a job that paid you very little, or you worked on tips, a job that you could just find on Craigslist, and you would send your resume, or you wouldn't even send a resume, and you would just email an AOL or Hotmail account and meet up with the person, have a conversation, and if you have some personality, be able to convince them to give you a... The problem now is that even jobs are hard to find. Very hard to find. Not only that, it's like they've made jobs very hard to apply for. Like you have to fill out this crazy application for minimum wage. And, you know, you hear about people all the time on this app that are applying to food service jobs. Yeah. They're college graduates. They're applying for food service. And they're not even getting a call. They're applying to minimum wage call centers, and they're not getting a call back. So you have to understand that the economic environment right now, the jobs market, is much more difficult because, one, offshoring has moved a lot of jobs overseas that a lot of entry-level college graduates would normally get, and now they have zero opportunity to actually get those jobs, go in, hustle, slowly build their career, slowly build their resume. They don't have those opportunities anymore. Plus, because of how AI is going to evolve the workplace, and it will impact the workplace. And the problem is, we are not 100% sure how. So a lot of companies out there are not hiring people with zero experience. They're just not. They're not because they think, and they're more right, that entry-level job, those mundane tasks that you used to do to build a good reputation, that you used to tell your boss, oh, let me take that off your plate so you can build this good personal brand. They think those are going to be automated first, and that's what we're seeing. So I have empathy for all these people that did everything right, listened to us, and are really struggling right now post-graduation to find jobs. It is tough. It is much, much more tough, but if I can give you some advice and hope, it's going to get better if you still have hope.
Hearing him talk about graduating in 2008 really put things into perspective. I know it feels heavy right now, but we're not the first generation to face this kind of struggle, and I'm willing to put money on the fact that we won't be the last. A lot of people who graduated in 2008 during that recession felt like their careers were over before they even started. But with time, they had jobs and careers and have thrived over time. So I guess what I'm trying to say is what struggles feel impossible today don't stay impossible forever. I want you to hold on to that hope that he mentioned because, yes, the job market is tough, but that doesn't mean that you're failing. It just means that the system is shifting and we have to ride that wave until some doors start opening. And honestly, that's why I really felt what this next young lady had to say. Because, yeah, she expresses the day-to-day struggles of being unemployed or not working in the career field that she went to school for. But she's not letting that stop her from moving forward and getting a jump start in the life that she has planned for herself, just because things may not be going her way.
Can we talk about how hard it is getting a job after college? It's like catching a shooting star. So I graduated college in like 2022, and I majored in marketing. And let me tell you, finding a job in that field is like searching for a needle in a haystack. You know what's so irritating? It's like everybody wants people with experiences, but it's like you are not willing to give people
A chance.
first get out of college a chance to gain those experiences, which is what I'm trying to figure out. Like how? Needless to say, your girl's not giving up, and nor should you. Deep down, there's this never-ending hope that a company will one day see my potential and give me a call and say, "Hey, Jada, I would like to hire you." But like I said, I am a woman with a multitude of talents. So I have a job that is paying me decent. I'm able to take care of all my needs, do everything that I desire out of life. However, it's not in the field that I quite want to be in. It's like playing a different game level while I keep applying for these marketing gigs and hope one day I'll get that call. Every rejection is just a redirection from God, and I just continue to stay motivated and just stay determined and just go with the flow of things. Like I said, I am truly blessed to be able to pay my bills and also do the things that I desire in life, even though I'm not in my field. It's okay to feel like the job market is playing very unfairly right now. We're still figuring out the game, so let's keep our heads up, learn from each rejection, and we might just get that exclusive shooting star one day.
I love what this young lady said, and I really feel where she's coming from because a lot of grads, including myself, are in this spot right now, working but not in the career field they intended, or unemployed and can't find a job and wondering if all that time in school was really worth it. I just recently went through this. I graduated with my cybersecurity degree in May. I was applying to as many jobs as I saw, wasn't getting any interviews, wasn't getting any responses, and it was rejection left and right. Until one day, my dad sat me down and was like, "Have you thought about applying for jobs in an area that I already knew?" Which at the time dealt with real estate and mortgage lending. And at that time, I hadn't. I was so determined to get a job in the field that I went to school for. I low-key was overlooking my blessing. So I took his advice, and pretty quickly, thankfully, I was able to find somebody who was hiring and gave me a chance in that field. However, I had to overcome the feeling of being a failure because I wasn't working in what I had spent 4 years going to school for. Working outside your field doesn't erase your degree. It just means your path looks different. And sometimes those different stepping stones are what prepares you for what's next. So I've learned, and I'm still learning, to pivot without shame because it's your life and nobody can live it for you. And just because you got a degree in something doesn't mean that's what you have to do. We have choices. Also, treat every job as a chance to build transferable skills. Yeah, you may be working in the food industry and may have went to school for marketing, but how can you take what you're doing now and apply some of those marketing skills to your position, or work your way into a marketing position at that fast food company? There's a million ways to open up opportunities for yourself, and it starts with building those relationships with people. Just remember, if you're in this position, you're not behind. It just means you're building differently, and that's okay, because life would be boring if everybody's story was the same, right? Overall, if you're feeling discouraged, your first job doesn't define you, and that doesn't mean you're gonna stay forever. Right now, you might be on a path preparing you for something bigger than you even seen for yourself. I know in this video, I didn't focus so much on real estate and buying homes, but more so on life after graduation. Because without a plan and a job and a career, you'll never get to the owning or buying your own space. So with that being said, I'm Kay, giving you the real keys to navigating life after graduation. And remember, when you know better, you buy smarter. Be sure to click that link in my description for that free homebuyer's guide. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one.